This is the only strategy that you need in order to make money with Forex trading forever and ever. And this strategy is 100% for beginners. So if you're a complete beginner and you've been looking for the strategy that is actually going to make you money next year or this year, obviously if you're watching this, then this is the video that you were hoping. This is gonna be a long video, but after watching this video, you're gonna know exactly how to make money with Forex trading. Let's begin. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. I'm gonna teach you today the only Forex strategy that you will ever need. But hey, if you're new to my channel and you're into Forex, crypto, or any type of making money online, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button below, smash the like button if you find value at any point during this video, and let's begin. Okay, before I actually start explaining you the strategy, there's one thing that you need to understand. And I believe this is the best company for funded accounts that I'm gonna be using in 2025. This is the one that I'm working with, and this is the only one that I'm going to recommend you. It's actually this one that you're looking at right here called Ola Prime. Ola Prime is a funded company that has actually been available in the market. I'm not 100% sure exactly since when, but one thing I can tell you, I've been using it for the past month, and the resources that I've been able to find with this company are just really good, especially the 1 hour payouts, which is just amazing. No company out there actually has the exact same features, the exact same benefit that you can see with this specific company. Now, there's other companies out there that you can actually have with 1 to 5 business days payouts and so on. Obviously, I'm talking about cryptocurrencies right here, but yeah, 1 hour payouts, definitely something really good. In addition, pricing is extremely cheap. You can see for $50 you can get a $5,000 account. Really cool. And the trading platforms that these people actually have are the ones that I personally use. C-Trader, in this order, these are my favorites: MatchTrader, DXTrader, and C-Trader, in that order. Now, since they actually have these specific platforms, you can basically use this account or this company every place in the world. It is available worldwide. Definitely a thumbs up on this specific company. I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. And if by any chance you actually want to use this strategy using a funded company, then definitely go with Ola Prime. Like I said, I'm gonna have the link in the description of this video. This is something that I want to actually make extremely clear, which is what are the assets that I'm going to be using with this specific strategy. And I'm just gonna use 2 assets with this strategy, which is US 30 and NASDAQ or US 100. These are the only assets I'm using this strategy with. What's the reason? The reason why is because it works really good with these assets. Now, Chris, can I use this strategy with a different asset? Yes, it works as good with gold. It works really good with GBP pairs, especially GBP, JPY. It works really good with JPY pairs because they have more volatility. But I personally just use it with US 30 and NASDAQ because they have the biggest movements, and that's exactly what I need. But you can apply the exact same logic to more assets you want to. Keeping that out of the way, let's go ahead and start learning the strategy. All right, so this is the US 30 pair, and we go back to November the 25th in order to analyze my previous trades so that you understand what I've been doing throughout the last month, and you can get to see in live example how does this work. I'm in US 30 and I'm on 5-minute candlesticks. This can be used in 5 or 15-minute candlesticks. I recommend you to always use a combination between 5 and 15 because that way you can see better. But overall, this is how the strategy actually works. Look, the first thing that you gotta do is to actually identify support, many things, such as support and resistance, like the number one, or you can use trend lines. Trend lines are actually going to help you fully understand like what's the wider movement of the assets. But you can just do it simplified with support and resistance levels. As you can see right here, I actually enter a transaction. By the way, this all goes 5 to 1. That's how I do it. You can go less or you can go more, always moving your take profit and stop loss, right? But this is how the strategy works. In this assets, NASDAQ and US 30, you're always gonna see big movements on breakout. especially at New York market opens. So if you actually get to see right here, the New York markets, the New York session and so on, where is I can't see it. Hold on. All right, just simply not showing. But the New York market session opening is about what? It's GMT time is 14:30. 14:30 GMT time, and when there's daylight savings, it's at 13:30. Right now in March, it's actually gonna become 13:30. November, it becomes 14:30. I hope that actually makes sense. But in these specific times, there are breakouts that actually move the market really, really fast. I want to stop here and give a shout out to the person that I actually learned this strategy from, which is Mamba FX. I don't really know this person. I've just been watching YouTube videos and so on. And I always do this. I always check some other YouTubers. I check the other one, Trade with Pat, and so on. I look at different YouTubers out there learning strategies because I never stop learning. And this strategy, I actually learned it from him. And the reason why I apply it is because it's so easy. I mean, you don't really need to do that much. You just need to analyze certain, a couple of things, and that's it. And it happens every single day. It's just amazing. I just want to give a shout out. I didn't invent this strategy. I mean, worst case scenario, I adjusted a few things and I added a few things, but in the end, this Mamba FX person is the one that created, or at least that taught me this strategy. So thumbs up on it. Now let's continue. Once you actually have a support and resistance level, I added my strategy here, and there's gonna be a breakout. Either the breakout is gonna go up or down. How do I know if the breakout is gonna go up or down? There is no way to know that. Okay, I remember this Wolf of Wall Street speech, like, it doesn't matter if you're Warren Buffett or it doesn't matter who you are. There's no way you are going to know exactly how the market is going to move. So with this strategy, what we do is that we target both of the movements. It can move up or it can move down. And we are going to be ready for any of the scenarios. Does that make sense? If it goes down, we're gonna be ready. If it goes up, we're gonna be ready. And that's what we do with this strategy. There's no way to know exactly where it goes, right? I mean, we can adjust a lot of things in order to try to see what direction is going to take, but you can just adjust. For instance, right here, I enter an uptrend trade basically because it was closer to break the uptrend trade, but I could have just put 2. And as a matter of fact, whenever I'm in my signals group, which you can check out is blwsignalsgroup.com, and when I'm trading live, basically I actually send both. I send an upper breakout and a down breakout. I actually send stop orders. Either is a buy stop order or a sell stop order. But I send both basically because I know that people would actually be able to understand. Trying to sum up with the strategy, you get to choose support and resistance level, which in this case is the highest point and the lowest point within the last couple hours. And 2, you are going to actually enter a trade, go either breaking up or breaking down. That's how the strategy works. But now let's learn how to choose our entries and our exits. The way I actually choose my entries is basically with the breakouts, but I try to go slightly above the breakout in order to avoid a support or resistance level that is going to be respected. What I mean is that sometimes you will get to see that this is a good resistance level right here based on this wick that you see right here, right? It was respected twice. So this is where I actually draw, or I can even draw it higher if I wanted to, the resistance level. So what happens if the price actually does this? It goes all the way up, but it then, boom, it respects this resistance level. That's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. So the reason or the way I avoid it is basically by choosing my entry at a higher level. That's number 1. Number 2, I always put my stop loss below this resistance level so that it can actually, even if it goes up like this and it retracts a little bit, it respects this support level, and then it's gonna continue going up. At least that's the plan. Now, if it goes slightly below, then still you are safe, but I always try to put the stop loss like slightly below where I think the price could actually go down. Now, there's no signs, there's no ATR, there's no indicator. Now, this is pure price action, but sometimes I'm wrong, okay? So once I actually said that, I move my take profit all the way to 5 to 1. And this is something really important. I always do this. I move my stop loss one risk reward at a time, which means once it actually reaches the 1-to-1 level, let's say it's right here, 1-to-1, I move my stop loss to the entry level. Once it reaches the 2-to-1, I move my stop loss to the 1-to-1. I'm profitable. Once it reaches the 3-to-1, I move it to 2-to-1. Once it reaches the 4-to-1, I move it up to the 3-to-1, and hopefully it can actually reach the take profit. That's the way I do it. It's actually called trailing stop, but it's very simple to do. I mean, in the end, you're just securing your own profit. Okay, that's the way I do it. So once that actually is done, I just wait. This is something really interesting right now happening. As you can see, it actually broke this line, but it retracted. So if I would have put my entry point around here, probably I lost the trade because it actually activated and then retracted. So I need the price to actually break really strong the uptrend. And that's exactly what's going to happen within the next few candlesticks. Right here, I lost the trade. No, because I chose a really good entry. Right now, it got activated. It dropped a little bit. It was standing right here and then boom, it broke it. Obviously, this is not a 100% accurate strategy. Not at all, right? But you need to actually make sure that you are able to face losses. When you face a loss, it basically means suck it up, man. I mean, you're gonna lose a few trades, but the ones that you're gonna win are way more profitable than the one that you lost. Let's say that I'm risking $100 on every single trade. Let's just say that. So if I lose, I lose $100. If I win $500. Is it worth it? Yeah. Let's go ahead and see what happened in this trade. As you can see, it broke. It even got back down all the way again below the lowest or the previous resistance, which is now a support. If I would have put my stop loss somewhere there, I would have lost. So I always try to be slightly safer. Now, this is a loss, right? Again, are you gonna win them all? And I'm not just choosing the winner's one in order to teach you, oh, you know what, this is the way it works and now I won. No, but I already explained you the first example. Now, unfortunately, now it happened afterwards, but that doesn't matter. We are going to move to the next entry that I had. This is the thing in regards to this specific strategy. It works every single day at one specific time, which is at New York market opens, which is around 7:30 my local time, 13:30 to like 15 GMT. Once it actually happens that time, then I don't really trade at all. I always keep myself in there. All right. So here is another example, and this is the next day. Here, I actually selected a trend line. Instead of an actual support and resistance level, I selected a trend line. What happens here is that I realized that there was this trend going on, and if the breakout was about to happen, this is what I was looking for. A drop, right? Let's see if this actually happened during this time. There you go. It got activated. It got dropped. Here's the thing. What is it that you should have done by now? 1-to-1. At least we should be at 1-to-1 on risk reward. Yesterday's loss, we already recovered it, right? But it continued to drop a little bit. I don't even remember if you actually won this one. There you go. Boom. Few minutes later, we got a winner, a 5-to-1 winner. We lost $100 yesterday, but today we made $500. So in total, we are in profits for $400. How cool is it, right? And how long it took? It activated here at 7:10. It hit the take profit at 7:50, less than 1 hour, like 40 minutes or something like that. Let's take a look at what happened on the next day. I don't even remember what were my results during these trades, not like all of them. But one thing I can tell you, I'm really profitable with this strategy overall within the last month, even though I haven't traded in the last few weeks because December sucks. So there you go. This is around the time that I actually wake up most of the times. This is the moment that I usually wake up, which is what? 5 a.m. Nah, I wake up like at 6:30, 5:30. Did I wake up earlier that day? I think I did. All right, let's take a look at this specific trade. I have a support and resistance right here, but I also identified an actual uptrend going really hard. What happens is that, yeah, the price might continue going up a little bit, but eventually it's gonna do this and it's going to retract, or at least that's my opinion. As a day trader, we can only assume and try to predict. We can never know. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened there. Move one at a time. Oh, by the way, I actually also sent this trade like, hey, it can either break up or it can break the trend. Now here, it broke the trend, as you can see. And unfortunately, it did not get activated. It was probably my mistake, like trying to be a little bit more positive, I would say. But this is an actual trend that's happening too. It's easier to see it backwards, by the way. Obviously, when you're live, it doesn't happen like that. But take a look. This is an example of something that could have happened right here. So you move to a 1-to-1 somewhere around here. So you probably move the trade to the break even. Some people might actually have that already closed as a break even because they were more conservative, which is fine. It is actually good because right here it actually touched the stop loss, which means that you didn't lose, but you didn't win. Why? Because it touched the break even point. So in the end, in this trade, in this day, we lost one and we have one break even. Probably the break even would have been not lost if my stop loss would have been a little bit lower. But in the end, you get to learn this stuff every single day. Now, this was on a Wednesday, and we're going to look at one more example, like slowly, and then you're going to get to see like all of my results. It's like going faster, right? So we're getting close to an actual weird setup that I actually found right here. But I did find it. Take a look. This is an actual setup. Again, support and resistance based on trend lines. So I actually send the buy and the sell position right here. Let's take a look at what happened on this trade. All right, so you got activated on the uptrend. There's something going on here, which is this resistance level. Again, it's easier to see it backwards. At that time, I was like trading live, so I probably didn't see that, but it got respected right there. At this point, if you notice, this is a 1-to-1 and this is a 2-to-1. So yeah, we'll probably just move the price to the break-even point and boom, it hit the stop loss. But if you moved it to the break-even point, you're good. Sometimes I don't actually use break-even or stop loss. Break-even. The reason why is because I either lose the trade or I made my profits, whether it's 2-to-1, 3-to-1, or 5-to-1. That's just my personal choice. Now, let's go ahead and analyze a little bit faster the next few trades, because otherwise we're gonna spend the whole day right here, like looking at this. Right here we have another example, which is going to be a support and resistance level. Both are 5-to-1. I selected the support and resistance level based on something that I probably saw at that time, and boom, take a look at this trade. Easy. Well, not that easy, right? But you already understand like what is it that I did during this trade. I selected a support and resistance level, and then boom, it got activated. 5-to-1. So we lost $200 and we've made $1,000. That's $800 in profits just during these few days. It's, as a matter of fact, it's just 1 week. This is on Friday. That's it. I usually, when I win a trade, I don't actually activate the other one. I just stop for the day. But some people are more aggressive and the trades are active in the signals group. So this is a 2-win in 1 day. This is a total of $1,000 in 1 day. Instead of actually making 800, we probably would have made 1,300. I'm gonna be fair, I never placed 2 of the trades, but I send it to the team so that they can actually get to choose whether they're gonna trade there or not. And the next day, this is gonna be Monday. We're just gonna review a couple of more days because otherwise the video is gonna be for like 2 hours long, and probably you don't want that. Around that time, the price consolidated in that area, and there you go. So you consolidate it here. I realized that there was a support and resistance, something that I didn't realize at that time. It was this trend, which is beautiful. I'm just gonna leave it there. But this is what happened on Monday. I sent again a buy and a sell. See, all right, this one got activated here. Unfortunately, though, this one, as you can see, it reached the 1-to-1. Yeah, it reached the 1-to-1. So this is a break-even one. I didn't actually enter. I don't remember if I entered this one, but I probably didn't enter because I already lost one. But as you can see, this one went straight to the take profit, 5-to-1. Again, I leave these trades open for people inside of the BLW signals group, but some people close it, some people keep it open. And then now we're entering on December. December is the worst month for every single strategy. Every single strategy goes wrong or it doesn't do well with the movements, especially because all the markets are really slow, so there are no big movements going on. But this is what I found this day. I don't even remember what happened there. Looking for breakouts, and as a matter of fact, it actually broke like this. It went all the way up. If we go to 1 minute, let's see. Yeah, it broke right here, and the next 1 minute, it took 2 minutes for this trade to win. 2 minutes. This is a 3.93 risk reward ratio trade. I'm not sure why, probably I closed it earlier. And this is a 5-to-1 because it happened immediately afterwards in like 10 minutes, because this was activated here on 8:29, and at 8:44 you have made 2 wins. 2 wins. It's just insane. So this is how the strategy works. You actually have seen it this backwards, because like I said, I'm not the type of person who would actually just choose the winning ones and share them with you. No, we got some losses, but these are the setups that I've actually sent inside of the BLW Signals group. How can you confirm that? Well, you can go to blwsignalsgroup.com. Once you join the Telegram channel, you're gonna get to see all the previous trades that I've sent, and all of these I send them on a daily basis. But yeah, this is how you choose your entries and exits. Take a look, another win and another win. It's just crazy. This strategy works like a charm. Sometimes you lose, but when you win, you recover everything. I want to mention something that really changes the game when it comes to this specific strategy, and that is the high impact news. What I mean with high impact news is actually this. If you go to investing.com/economic calendar, you're gonna actually realize that there are news such as this one right here with 3 stars. These 3 stars says high volatility news expected. When this happens, usually the movements are harder than usual. Usually, not all the time, but most of the times. We can take advantage of these movements. Why? Because again, when we trade with this specific strategy, we're looking at 2 directions. Either it's gonna break out going up or down, but it's gonna break up anyway. So what we're looking for is a big movement on any of the directions. So one thing that Mamba FX does is that he only chooses one direction and he enters. He does really good, that's fine. But what I've actually found out in regards to this strategy is that either one of the directions is going to happen. Like, there are maybe within 10 days, there's 1 or maybe 2 days when the market doesn't move as fast. But the other 80% of the days, or yeah, 80% of the days, is actually gonna move either up or down. So when you actually choose both of the levels and both entries, you're actually in a pretty good scenario to, make a lot more money. So my biggest advice right here is that if you're gonna be trading and there are news, you select the entries beforehand. Because if you actually select in 1 minute before the news, probably you're gonna be too late. You're just gonna hit a stop loss. Try to accommodate, and this strategy is not affected like negatively with the news, such as if you enter, I don't know, a Euro USD pair, you're going good, going up, and then there are news and boom, hit the stop loss. It doesn't happen. Well, it happens every day with this strategy, but the news can even help you out. Something that is actually, curious in regards to this strategy is that you can actually check with the news. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there so you understand, and you understand how to use the news. Now, before I finish with this video, what is the best funded account for this strategy? Well, I mean, it's for any strategy out there, but I just want to thank All Prime for sponsoring this video. Well, not sponsoring, but affiliated with them, and they're actually doing really good. As a matter of fact, I did a whole research in regards to the company, and 3 things I love. Number 1, there are no bad reviews. Number 2, the 1-hour payouts that they have is just great. 1-hour payouts. And number 3, they're available worldwide. Yep, they are available worldwide. And so this is, in my opinion, the best funded account that you can use for this specific strategy, especially because you can actually reach your targets in a very quick amount of time. What I mean is that, for instance, if you are gonna get to choose, let's say, a $50,000 account for $300, which is insanely cheap, I would go with always $100,000. That's just my opinion. But let's say that you go with a $100,000 account. You need to make, in the phase 1, $8,000. And the drawdown is, on a day, it's 5%. You're never gonna do 5%. So my advice is go with 0.5%. If you go with 0.5% and you win 1 trade, that's 2.5% in 1 trade. So you only need 4 win trades in order to be part of, or in order to pass the phase 1, because 4 winning trades are actually going to give you over the 8%. And then the second phase is only 5%, which means that you are going to need 2 wins in order to make that profit. Obviously, if you win one trade, if you lose 1 trade, then you're probably going to need 1 more, but you get to see, right? With this strategy, you can pass funded accounts immediately. It's just a matter of 3-4 trades and that's it. Be careful, all right? Big power comes with big responsibility. So this strategy can make you a lot of money or can get you crazy, because you can or you can feel super powerful and overtrade, but that's not what you want. But yeah, and if you want to just have one step account, I would go with, again, the $100,000, and you need 10% to pass, and you need 3% a day. You're not going to trade 6 trades in the day. You're going to trade 2 at maximum. And even if you choose 1, or you close every pending trade after you either win or lose the other one, so it's 6 trades you got to lose in a row. It doesn't really happen much, but you need to make 10%, which means that you only need to win 4 trades, and that's it. 4 trades, and you actually make your 10% profits. And then imagine how much money you can make on a weekly basis using this specific strategy as well. So it's just insanely great. But I want to point out something really important. When it comes to the type of accounts, the pro account doesn't allow trading during the news. The prime does. Read your terms and conditions so that you can actually, there you go. It says news trading. All right, just make sure that you read the terms and conditions and so on, but choose the one that actually allows you to trade the news, because usually at the time that we trade, there are news very often. All right. If you actually see the difference between some other companies, Ola Prime has the fastest withdrawals. The minimum payout period is 7 days. The other, you can see that a little longer that it takes the other companies. The rewards per challenge phase is 20%. This is something really important. The challenge fee refund is 200%, which means that if you actually pay $500 and you pass the funded account challenge, you are gonna get paid twice what you paid. Just putting that out there really good. And the reward split is 95%, 0 fee, and yeah, pretty much it. Up to 100 on leverage. Definitely, I believe the best funded company out there for this specific strategy. Start passing your funded accounts now. You can even start with a $50 one, which is which one is it? The Pro, for 2 steps, it's $50. You get a $5,000 account, test it, pass it, and then buy a bigger one. It's just my advice out there. But yeah, this is how cool it is. So hey, hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. And if you did, go ahead and smash the like button to support this YouTube channel. More importantly, if you have any questions, comments to share, you want to let me know anything in regards to this strategy, put them in the comment section below. I'll be glad to take a look at those comments as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this video. Be subscribed for more content just like this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.